All right, so this lick is really cool. It's got like 3 different points where there's chromatic movement in it. But again, he's doing it completely different than any of the other chromatic movement he's done so far. So this one starts out where he's just doing some pentatonic stuff, and then he walks up on the E string into a note that he bends. He bends twice, and he kind of just lets it sit there, and it almost just is waiting to resolve, and then he kind of walks down a scale after that. But it's just this really cool motion of walking up, and then he hits a note, and it sits, and then it kind of goes down a scale. It's just really great sounding. So the whole thing starts like this. It goes. Right, and then he gets into some chromatic stuff. But the beginning of that is just E minor pentatonic stuff. And if you notice what's going on, he's going from the 3rd, 4th to 5th fret, walking up chromatically. Then instead of continuing to walk up, right, instead of just doing one long line, which a lot of people might do, he does 3 notes chromatically. Then he gets into this little half-step bend thing, which he moves up 3 times in half steps. Then instead of doing it again and being at that pitch, he stops a whole step below and slides into that note. Right? And then just sits on it. But again, notice that cool little mix-up of chromaticism. It's 3 notes in a row. Then he goes a half step below the note he wants to play, bends it up a whole or half step. Then he grabs that 5th fret. So he's bending the 4th fret up a half step. Then he's grabbing the 5th fret. Then he does that twice. Then he goes to the 5th fret and does the same thing. So you're getting this really tense kind of thing happening. It's just really, really cool. So then he gets into, he sits on that note. Right? And then he does another chromatic thing after he walks down a little bit of scale. If you notice, it's just the same shape pivoting off of 2 notes. And then if you get exaggerated, you can just keep doing that all the time. But a thing you can do quickly with that is, again, your pentatonic stuff. Say you're in like A minor pentatonic. We'll do the normal, just this 5th position. Right? You can do right? And all that is going down position 1 of the pentatonic to that 5th position of A minor pentatonic, and you're just chromatically taking that little shape right to move you around. You can do it now. That's A minor pentatonic in the 3rd position. Right, and that just moved you down there. And you don't even have to worry if it's really in key. You just grab a shape and you're moving it down. But you don't want to do it too much, because then it'll become, oh, he's doing a pattern, you know, he or she. All right, so then after that, he gets into this. Right, and there's a whole bunch of chromatic stuff going on there. But the first thing that happens is he walks up this scale. Right, he gets a little chromatic note in there to switch him into another position. And he's just kind of sequencing things. That's a cool little device, because he gets these outside kind of notes. He's mixing around just in this little area. So you could take just that little shape, and I would consider that two different things, even though it looks like the same pattern. But the slide's happening in different areas. So again, you could take, say, E minor pentatonic. Right? Now, that's just, again, taking that shape, and it doesn't matter where you start or end it, just you resolve into part of a scale that you would know. So if you know the first position, E minor pentatonic, and then fifth position, and some chromatic notes, right? You just, now you're just in that position. And then you can start improvising again.